And of course, a whole host of people waiting at the international airport as Prudence Sekgodiso and Team South Africa arrive in the country this morning following a successful trip to China to participate in the World Athletics Indoor Championships. Sekgodiso won gold in the 800 meters on the final day of the event on Sunday, while veteran sprinter Akani Simbine also made a bit of history for himself, winning his first individual global medal in the 60-meter sprint, thus following his exploits in the 100-meter discipline. Our Newzroom Afrika sports reporter Benjamin Lishuru is at the OR Tambo International Airport this morning to welcome the small team back home. And Benji, I'd imagine there's a bit more activity at the airport as opposed to how it was when you arrived a bit earlier on. Expected to be a busy morning as the team is arriving, and also a press conference that Athletics South Africa is going to be holding there. In fact, I believe you do have the ASA President James Moloi with you there at the airport. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Andy. Let's in fact set the scene before we speak to Dr. James Moloi, the President of Athletics South Africa. Disappointingly, though, there hasn't been a lot of the athletics fans to come and welcome back the team here in South Africa as they land back from China, from Nanjing at the World Championships. There could be an explanation for that, and I'll quiz Mr. Moloi about it in just a moment. But let me step out of shot just a bit and ask Xolani to show you. There you will see flight CX749 from Hong Kong. It was scheduled to land at around 7:40, just around 10 minutes ago. It actually landed a bit earlier than expected, around 7:16. And you'll see that it started disembarking at around 7:30 or just shortly after 7:30, and that is when they started disembarking. So they have landed in the country. That is the 4-member team. I'm talking about Prudence Sekgodiso, Akani Simbine, Chris van Niekerk as Cheswell Johnson, the man who competes in the long jump. So that is the team. Prudence Sekgodiso, of course, winning gold in the 800 meters, the first for South Africa in that particular discipline in the history of the Indoor World Championships. Akani Simbine finally, at long last, getting an individual world medal with that bronze in the 60 meters in the World Indoor Championships. And surely it'll make Akani feel somehow good about the career that he's had. Let's jump on to Mr. Moloi now and talk to him about this momentous occasion. Mr. Moloi, thank you very much for your time. We're starting to see, in fact, a couple of South African flags, and they should fly high because Prudence and Akani did the job flying the South African flag high out in Nanjing.
Thank you very much. What I'm going to say is that most of the time we are very excited with our athletes because our athletes did very well. Because in most cases we used to send 2 athletes, we used to send 3 athletes. But now it shows that we are growing the indoor. They are becoming very interested in the indoor because in most cases, like I said, you don't go to the indoor, you qualify to be in the indoor, like all the competitions. So now most of our athletes have already qualified. Like for example, Akani never ran the indoor before. He ran the indoor, he qualified for the indoor, and then he came third overall. So we are very excited to see Akani came third. And that's going to motivate him because as you know very well that it was not easy, especially for the indoor because it's a short course. It's not a full course because he used to run 100 meters, but he managed to came position 3. But coming back to the next one, which is the golden girl, Sekgodiso Prudence, she did very well because in the first place, before she can even go there, she was competing indoor before. She was invited to run the indoor, and then she won plus minus two of the indoors or 3 of the indoors. When she got to the World Championship, already she was fit enough, and then she was motivated when she got there. And then when we watched, we were just maybe sitting on our bench to say, oh, we want to see. But I was positive that she's going to make it. So she did her best, and then now she's a well-known person. And then she told us straight away that she wants to run the indoors more than anything, and she's interested in the indoor more than the outdoor now. But now, just because the indoor is finished, and now she will concentrate to the Tokyo Championship, the World Championship that's going to take place in Tokyo.
Yeah, we have limited time, unfortunately, Mr. Moloi. The natural question then would be, why such a small team? But I understand that it's actually an improvement on the previous indoor teams we've had.
Like I said, it was not easy for our athletes to qualify for the indoor. We used to send 2, we used to send 3. Now we are improving. Now we've got plus minus 6 athletes that have already qualified. But it shows the improvement that going forward, a lot of athletes will qualify for this because they are now interested after seeing Akani and then Prudence running these ones. So we know very well that going forward, we'll have a lot of athletes that qualify for the indoors going forward.
How do we do that, though? We don't have indoor facilities in South Africa, Mr. Moloi, and that's exactly why Prudence had to find races elsewhere, particularly in Europe, in France, in Germany. That's where she had set her previous best.
That one, I think we have to maybe pursue our government to assist us in terms of facilities, because we know very well that we've got outside facilities. But that one, I think we must speak to the different cities, different municipalities to help us in terms of the building the indoors. If we can have plus minus 2 to 3 indoors, we will make it. So it's one of those things. But now we have to negotiate further with municipalities to help us with this one, because they have already seen the potential of our athletes that they can do very well. It will motivate our municipalities to say they must just maybe help us to build more indoors in South Africa so that our athletes can do well.
Dr. Moloi, thank you very much for your time.